Some stories don't begin with screams, police reports, or headlines. They begin quietly, during ordinary nights, in familiar places, with people who believe they're completely alone. Tonight, you will hear 3 true-style horror stories told by those who survived encounters they were never supposed to experience. Different locations, different lives, but one shared truth. Something noticed them first. These are not urban legends. These are moments where reality slipped and something stepped through. Listen carefully, because once you recognize the signs, it may already be too late. I moved into the apartment because it was cheap, quiet, and recently renovated. No strange smells, no broken fixtures, no visible damage. The landlord told me the previous tenant had moved suddenly, which didn't bother me at the time. The first week passed without incident. No noises, no disturbances, nothing unusual enough to raise concern. That changed on the 8th night. I was sitting on my couch around 1:40 a.m., watching a muted TV screen when I heard a sound from the bedroom. It wasn't a crash or a footstep. It was my own voice, repeating a sentence I remembered saying earlier that day. The tone was perfect. The timing was exact, but I hadn't spoken out loud in hours. I checked the bedroom. Empty. The next night, it happened again, this time from the kitchen. My voice, whispering something I'd only thought, not said. That was when the fear set in. I unplugged the TV, shut my phone off, and sat in silence. That's when the apartment responded. A soft knock came from inside the walls. Not pipes, not settling. Knocks. 3 of them. Slow, intentional. Over the next several days, the apartment began anticipating me. Lights flicked on before I entered rooms. Doors closed themselves after I passed. My reflection in the bathroom mirror lingered half a second longer than my movements. I started sleeping with the lights on, but even then, I could hear breathing from behind the walls, syncing with my own. One night, I heard my voice again, this time speaking from directly behind my bedroom door. It said my name slowly, carefully, as if practicing. When I opened the door, the apartment was silent, but written faintly on the wall, as if traced by fingers through dust, were the words, "You sound better in here." I moved out the next morning without packing. Weeks later, I returned with the landlord to retrieve my things. The apartment was empty, completely stripped. No furniture, no fixtures, no signs anyone had ever lived there, except for one thing. Written inside the closet, carved deeply into the wall, was my full name. I worked overnight security at a corporate office building that officially closed at 9 p.m. My job was simple: monitor cameras, check badge access, and patrol assigned floors every hour. The building had 22 floors. That number was printed everywhere. Elevators, blueprints, emergency signage. On my 3rd week, something changed. During a routine patrol, the elevator paused between floors. The display flickered, then briefly showed a floor number I had never seen before, 23. The doors didn't open. The display corrected itself. I dismissed it as a glitch, until the cameras picked it up. One of the hallway feeds showed a corridor I didn't recognize. Same carpet, same lighting, but longer, narrower. The camera angle was wrong, as if mounted lower than the others. I checked the system map. That camera wasn't listed. The following night, my badge registered access at 2:17 a.m. to floor 23. I was sitting at the desk when the log updated. I hadn't moved. Footage from that time showed someone walking the corridor, wearing my uniform, moving stiffly, stopping in front of doors that didn't exist on any blueprint. Each door had a nameplate, but the names were scratched out, as if removed intentionally. The figure stopped in front of the camera. It looked directly into the lens. The face was mine, but wrong. The expression didn't change. The eyes didn't blink. After that night, the building felt crowded. Elevators arrived already open. Footsteps echoed ahead of me during patrols. Sometimes the radio crackled with my own voice, reporting incidents I hadn't seen yet. I quit without notice. Months later, I received an email from the company's automated system, thanking me for continued overnight service and confirming my assigned patrol floor. Floor 23. When I moved into the townhouse, I noticed my neighbor immediately. His lights were always on. Every window, every night. No movement, no sound, just constant illumination. I assumed he worked nights or had insomnia. Then I realized something worse. He never left. No car, no deliveries, no visitors. Yet the lights never went off, not even during storms or power outages. One night, curiosity got the better of me. I watched from my window. At exactly 3:03 a.m., all his lights turned off at once. The darkness lasted 3 seconds. Then every light turned back on, brighter than before. That's when I saw him standing in the window, too close to the glass, smiling without expression, staring directly at my house. After that, I noticed him everywhere. Reflections, darkened screens, the glass of my microwave, always behind me, never moving unless I wasn't looking. I stopped sleeping. Every night at 3:03, I heard knocking, not on my door, but on the shared wall between our houses, slow, measured, patient. One morning, I finally checked public records. The house next to mine had been condemned 12 years earlier after a fire. No residents listed since, no reconstruction permits issued. According to the city, the building shouldn't have been habitable. That night, the knocking came again, closer this time, louder. Written faintly on my side of the wall, as it pressed through from the other side, were the words, "You've been watching me too." I moved out 2 days later. The house was demolished the following month. Sometimes, when I wake up at night, my bedroom lights are already on. Some neighborhoods never sleep. Some floors hide secrets that were never meant to be discovered. And some apartments remember those who dared to enter. These stories linger long after the lights go out, twisting in the corners of your mind. Stay alert, listen closely, and dare to imagine. What you see tonight may follow you into the shadows of your own home. Comment your thoughts, share your fears, and subscribe if you want to uncover more tales that refuse to rest.